All right, so today we're diving into something everyone can relate to, finding a good dentist.
Yeah, it's a big decision.
Totally is. You don't want to just trust your smile to anyone, right?
Absolutely not. It's about your health, your confidence, everything.
Exactly. And there's so much info out there, it can be overwhelming. So we're doing a little digging today, kind of a sneak peek into Astoria Dental Group.
Sounds good.
We've got like a handful of Google reviews to sift through, plus some snippets from their website, just to see what kind of picture emerges.
It's like a little detective work, but for your teeth.
Exactly. So let's jump right in. This first review from Hector, it kind of blew me away. He's been going to Astoria Dental for 28 years.
Yeah.
28 years. That's got to count for something, right? What do you think?
Wow, 28 years, that's almost unheard of these days.
Right.
I mean, dentistry has changed so much, even in the last decade. If someone's been going to the same practice for that long, it makes you think, first off, they're doing something right to keep people coming back year after year.
Yeah, for almost 3 decades.
It also suggests they're probably staying up to date, right?
Yeah.
Like, technology changes so fast, materials change, techniques change. If they were stuck in their ways from 28 years ago, I doubt they'd still be in business.
That's a really good point. You're right, it's not just about being good back then, it's about keeping up with the times. Okay, so moving on. I have to admit, the dentist chair is not exactly my happy place. I get a little,
A little anxious.
Yeah, a little anxious. Okay, maybe more than a little. So Veronica's review, this one really stood out to me. She talks about how Astoria Dental helped her overcome her dental anxiety, which I think a lot of us can relate to.
For sure, dental anxiety is incredibly common.
Right. It's huge. So she mentions the entire team being super kind and patient, which, okay, that's like step 1, right? But she also says they explained everything to her really thoroughly, like what they were doing, why they were doing it. And I feel like that kind of transparency can make all the difference.
Oh, absolutely. Knowledge is power, right? When you understand what's happening, it takes away some of that fear of the unknown. Plus, it shows respect for the patient. You're not just a mouth to them. You're an individual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like you're part of the process. Okay, so this next one is short, but definitely caught my attention. CD says, second opinions rarely needed. Kind of a bold statement, don't you think?
It is, and it could be interpreted in a few different ways.
Okay, like what?
Well, on the positive side, it could mean their diagnoses are very accurate. They get it right the first time, so you're not bouncing around from dentist to dentist, getting different opinions, and maybe even unnecessary procedures.
Right, that's never fun.
It can also suggest they're very transparent and confident in their treatment plans. Like, they present you with the facts, the options, and you feel confident in their recommendations. They're not trying to upsell you on anything.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, switching gears a bit, I want to talk about something on their website. They make a point of mentioning that they're a husband and wife team, and they really emphasize that whole family vibe. I'm curious to get your take on this. Is that a good sign, a bad sign, or does it even matter?
It's definitely interesting, and like most things, it could go either way.
Yeah.
Some people might find that family atmosphere really comforting, especially if they're already anxious about going to the dentist.
Yeah, like a homey feel.
Exactly. And for some, having a husband and wife team might be reassuring. Maybe it means they're more likely to have a shared approach to dentistry, more consistency in the care you receive.
That's a good point.
But, and this is key, the family feel, that can be subjective. What one person finds warm and fuzzy, another might find, a little too familiar.
Yeah, you got to be comfortable with the vibe. It's your experience at the end of the day. Okay, last but not least, they talk a lot on their website about technology and efficiency. They even mention having an on-site lab, which is kind of cool, right?
It is. Having an on-site lab can make a big difference, especially if you need something like a crown or a denture. It can significantly reduce the turnaround time.
So they're not just saying they respect your time, they're actually taking steps to back it up. And then there's this thing, Pritau zirconia. Honestly, I had no idea what that was before reading this. Have you heard of this?
Yeah, Pritau zirconia. It's actually pretty cool. It's this high-tech ceramic that's used for stuff like crowns and bridges. It's known for being super strong, but also very natural looking, which is a big deal for a lot of people.
So it's like the best of both worlds,
Yeah.
Strength and aesthetics. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, it seems like they're investing in high-quality materials, which is always a good sign.
This has been really eye-opening. I feel like we've uncovered some really interesting stuff about Astoria Dental Group. What do you think?
Me too. It's amazing what you can learn from just a few online reviews and a quick glance at a website.
It really is. But remember, everyone is different. Every smile is unique. What matters most is finding a dentist who's the right fit for you, your needs, your priorities. So as you're thinking about Astoria Dental Group, consider what stood out to you the most from our deep dive. What questions would you want to ask them directly? What would you want to feel walking into that first appointment?
Those are the important questions.
Exactly. This deep dive is about giving you the information you need to make an informed decision. Because a healthy, confident smile, well, that's priceless.